Harry, I guess it's a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah, it is. It's very disappointing the way we performed. Personally, take a lot of ownership on the way we started and then the way we finished. But especially for the night it was, it's our old boys night, and Means is 150th. So there's a lot to be disappointed about. But in saying that, we did tighten a few things and put ourselves in a position. But then we sort of finished the way we started the game, very clunky and not the way we want to play. So we got a short turnaround and plenty of lessons out of that. But it's important we take that into Thursday's game.
Craig, I suppose the errors in the game, 13, it's something that you always talk about is discipline and errors getting out of your game. Is that what was just so frustrating for you?
Yeah, not quite sure frustrating is the right word either, actually, but we were so disappointed. I was really disappointed the way we played. Harry mentioned it, how we started. It was like we were looking for shortcuts straight away. We know that don't work for our game. We know that don't work in life, but we were looking for shortcuts, the easy options. And, you just see the error rate. I think at half time, our completions were 65% and theirs were 92 or something. So, again, it's hard to be competitive if you're completing at that and the opposition's completing at that higher rate. So, like I say, I don't know whether we were looking for a soft performance but having said that, you've got to give a lot of credit to Manly too. They scrambled really well, I thought. We had a couple of chances there once, but they snuffed them out pretty well. But for me, on Old Boys Day and to go out and play like that is, it's just disappointing. It's just, it's not what we're about as a club or a team. Looking for shortcuts. If you want to get something out of life, you need to work hard for it. It's the same as a game of footy, but we weren't prepared to do that early, and it cost us in the end.
Did you feel like this week leading into the game, it had been quite good prep off the back of what you've been doing the last couple of weeks? There's nothing that in particular you could felt that they would go out and look for shortcuts, as you said they did.
Oh, I wasn't sitting home last night thinking, not quite sure how we're going to go this week. I was pretty confident our preparation was good, but again, not all I'm not throwing all the blame at the players either. There's obviously something that, I didn't do well during the week as well. I'm part of it, so hopefully, we'll work it out during the week. But like I say, just with the Old Boys weekend, it was just disappointing, to play with the lack of effort we play with.
Nelson's elbow on Jake Simpkin. Your thoughts on that?
No, I've got an opinion, but I ain't going to say it.
Craig, Manly really attacked you right from the outset with their physical presence. They really put you under a lot of pressure. That must have been really frustrating from the point of view of when you want to be, where they really brought the heat and you just really didn't go with it. Yeah,
like I say, if you're carrying onto the ball, you're giving them, twice as much ball as we had. They're hard to handle. They're a big physical side, as you just said, and when you got 2/3 of the ball type thing, it's that size wears you down, and that's what happened.
And also that having Xavier get those 3 tries and having that reliance on that one person trying to drag you over the line and almost pinching the game, it probably would have felt like your style would have had you have got over the line.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but you might have thought that. But
no, it's just
like I say, at the end of the day, yeah. So that's not a question. You just give me your opinion. So that's fine. Yeah, but like I say, X was great for us. Outstanding. And with all due respect, he has been all year. He has been for 3 years. He's been here. But he needed a bit of help tonight.
Craig, what were your thoughts on the penalty on Harry Grant on Luke Brooks's field goal attempt at the end?
again, I suppose within the rules say that that's what it was. I think Gearsy sort of might have caught one there. It wasn't obviously for a field goal, but as I say, at the end of the day, it's commenting on it ain't going to change it. So it is what it is.
Craig,
Is there a bit of picking and choosing from the referees in terms of those types of actions?
You can say that, but I can't say that. I might get fined.
Craig, so just like Harry said at the top about the short turnaround, how important is it for you as a coach and the team to really, I suppose, galvanise and address this super quickly to try and not let it leak into the back end of what's really important?
Yeah, we just need to look at the things that we didn't do so well and try and correct that. But I don't think it's going to take too much correcting. At the end of the day, it's probably been a bit of a bleep on the radar. We've been pretty consistent, to be quite honest. But as I said, the real disappointing thing for me was to do this on Old Boys Day. So.
Thanks, guys.
Has it been decided if Cameron will be playing next Thursday, or is it still to be decided?
I don't think he'll be playing. It really hasn't been sort of spoke about that much, but I don't think he'll be playing on Thursday. No.